The Russians had done the Americans the favor of keeping Assad in office without having the Americans help, blocking Islamic State. They then pulled their troops out. What the Russians are hoping for is that because of what appears publicly to be a blow against the United States, but in fact help the United States, that the Americans would be in a mood to make some sort of deal over the Ukraine. So they talked about what happens in Syria afterwards, after the pullout. And they also spent, I suspect, a lot of time talking about what is going to happen in Ukraine. It's not clear what came of it, though. Underneath it all, the Russians want a neutralization of the Ukraine. The Americans are not prepared to have regime change, and are certainly not going to participate in it. So the two are facing off. Now, diplomatically, this is kind of the way it goes. They're going to bluff each other and threaten the movement of troops and everything else. So a settlement is not off the table, but we are kind of in the dark spot where we don't know what the other side is going to do, and we don't even know what we're going to do. But interestingly today, the president of Belarus, which is nestled between the Ukraine and the Baltics, said today that there could be no settlement of any of these matters without American participation. Now, this guy is as close to a Stalinist as you can get this side of North Korea. He is a hardliner. He is shifting his position because he smells the wind blowing from the west. This is important because the border of Belarus and Russia is the city of Smolensk. Smolensk used to be in the heart of Russia, deep in Russia, far away from anyone else. As the borders are moving, it's now turning into a border town. That's how far Russian power has retreated. That's something Putin can't accept. So if this evolution continues, if Belarus shifts its direction, if the United States actually deploys significant force, Putin is in a position where he's got to do something. He is in the middle of a major buildup of his military. That's supposed to take about 2 years. He's about halfway in it. He was not able to militarily act in Ukraine with large forces because they weren't ready for combat. The expectation is that in a year from now, they're going to be in a position to engage in combat. At that point, the United States has a strategic decision to make. The Russian hope is that the Americans are prepared to make some sort of settlement before the 2 years are up. The Americans' hope is that the Russians will go broke before they build this force. So we're in a game of chicken now, and it's going to get tense, I think, over the next few months.